trigger wanking. So basically what happened, I got popped out of my I don't know, phone be glitching. I have a lot of airplanes coming across here, but we about to get back into it, get back into that last video, most scandalous Los Angeles.
Homosexual and being a snitch will get you the same consequence.
And that's all right. So let me say this. He says, "Nah, my hearing ain't selective. I'm hearing you push a big U rat narrative, but it was like pulling teeth."
Okay, now let me ask you this, and everybody else is gonna try it. Did I not just say that?
Let me finish it, bro. You will talk right over me.
Benji is trying to speak over him because he doesn't want Demon to read the rest of my question. He doesn't like us pointing out how hard it is to get him to tell us if his boss ratted.
All right, so let me say this. He says, "Nah, my hearing ain't selective. I'm hearing you push a big U rat narrative, but it was like pulling teeth."
Okay, now let me ask you this, and everybody else is gonna try it. Did I not just say that?
Let me finish it, bro. You will talk right over me. That's crazy.
Someone asks someone out in real life unless say
More than that, but I'm right over me. That's crazy. Hey, what I'm saying is, but it's like pulling teeth to get him to admit Porky just read it about an unaliving. Go ahead.
Well, I just said myself that I'm not saying Wack or Big U is a rat.
You guys just heard him say Big U was a rat. Now he's backtracking again. This is what being compromised looks like. We're still waiting on Benji to tell us if what Porky did was telling or not.
He pushing them narratives. I just said that I don't agree with certain things that people do. I know the difference from a person, being in violation and having infractions. I know all that shit different. So to me, he can push his narrative however he wants to. You know what I'm saying? When he see Wack, go about it however you go about it. Or when you see rats, get after rats however you get at it. I ain't saying nobody is snitch, and I ain't defending nobody if they is a snitch. Okay, so I was beginning. What is your take on the situation with Big U and the girl? Is that snitching? Is that ratting?
Yeah, hell yeah. I would say they're all ratting is ratting. You tell on somebody, if you send them to jail, that's ratting. Point blank. You know what I'm saying?
I thought so even if they don't go to jail, that's not ratting? So if you just get some statements and they don't go to jail, that's not ratting or something?
They don't put that's correct.
So right here, Benji says that what Big U did was ratting. Now he's saying he never said Big U was a rat, and tells me to handle a rat the way I handle one when I see them. Do you guys see the game he's playing? All this to keep from answering whether Porky was ratting or not.
I just was pointing out something. But to me, it's like, I don't know about Wack putting nobody in jail. I saw Big U put a lady in jail. I ain't seen Wack say, if you want me to drop the charges, you gotta come get a DP. I don't have all these direct proof.
Accuse a man of unaliving on a lie.
I just told all y'all I didn't hear none of that, bro.
This guy Benji has been sitting on this panel for over an hour and is claiming that he still hasn't heard the audio of his boss. I've cut out a lot of this video, but if you watch the whole video on Demon's channel, you'll see what I'm talking about. He's been screaming about Big U since he got on the panel, and he just said, Big U put a girl in jail. We all know the story with that girl, but Benji will never speak on Porky's involvement with that. He's had all this to say. Never once has he asked to hear the audio that everybody's on the panel talking about. This is what being compromised looks like.
Let me play it again.
Hey, hold on. Let me say something real quick.
Go ahead, man.
Just because you didn't put somebody in jail, it don't matter. Right?
I still haven't heard that shit. No, I'm not saying that that's not that. So what I'm saying is that that's the biggest thing. I heard it over talking awkward beginning the whole time. I'm a back up off the conversation and let y'all have it a little bit more because I done said what I done said about 4 or 5 times.
Now that Demon is about to play the audio for him, Benji starts saying he's going to back up from the conversation. I hope you guys can see this.
So everybody said they didn't hear this. He made the lie up on the spot because I exposed his prison records, bro. Okay. So since they said they didn't hear it, Let me play it one more time for him because it's loud and clear. How did you originally get into it? Hold on, man. I want to hear this, bro. Hey, can I tell you why you got that lady killed in his penitentiary picture lined up? How did you originally get into it? Hold on, man. I want to hear this, bro. Hey, can I tell you why you got that lady killed in his penitentiary picture lined up?
Dang.
So, here it this time.
Dang.
To me, that's even worse than getting caught snitching red-handed.
No, bro. First of all,
No. Before anybody speaks on this panel, please, respectfully and humbly, can we say is that snitching or not? Yes or no? I don't want to hear no.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Why what it is he snitching?
Do you guys hear Chunky Chucky? He just said we don't have the full context. Diamond Blue is in the chat telling everybody that Porky made up that lie on him. And Chuck is still on here with CS2 backs balls in his throat.
Or is it not? Y'all been doing a lot of things on this shit.
Not the balls.
See, this the thing, right?
Yes or no? Both y'all talking and shit. Nobody can get
Listen,
to know.
this the thing to me, right? When did everybody, I'm sure everybody caught the content recently with Whack 100 on there.
Are you just in the panel and you can't say yes or no?
Blake's got a birthday cake milkshake from Zaxby's on his birthday. What more could a kid ask for?
A motorcycle.
No chance.
My own record label.
Are you just in the panel and you can't say yes or no?
Because I'm not like, I don't want to sound disrespectful to other people on the panel, bro. Like, I operate different, bro. Like, if y'all want to call him a rat, then I'm not debating y'all about calling him a rat.
Can we say yes or no and then give our context?
All I gotta say, y'all talking about murders on the internet, they're gonna be like, they'll come lock your ass up.
No, I'm saying no. You gotta understand, so, bro. You saying something that's like, I don't even know if all that shit is real or what, bro. I don't know if the nigga making up shit.
Oh, I know. I remember it. The Diamond Blue is in the fucking chat right now. It was on my show. You don't trust me.
Look, Diamond Blue can't get on here and he can explain that shit.
I the video with my face on it.
What do you mean is it? What do you mean is it real? What do you mean is it real? You said that shit on the internet with a million people.
This what I'm saying. This what I'm saying, right?
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
That's dirty.
That's what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying. We just all saw a clip with Whack 100 on the phone talking about Rick Rock did a robbery in the lake and all this with a dispensary and all that type of shit. Was that snitching?
Yes. You got damn right that is.
Okay, now listen. Let me explain to y'all why people. Let me explain something to the simple.
No. Yes or no?
So listen.
Yes.
Now the fact that now so listen. I'm finna fuck y'all up right now, right? He said I know.
I said yes. What do you say?
So I said this. Yes. So if that's snitching, right?
There's a whole lot of cutting off. Like when somebody's trying to cut you off when you talking and stuff like that, basically they don't want you to either get the truth out or they don't want to hear your point or side of view of what's going on. But to be honest with you, 100%, man, like, bro, that right there, all that bunch of talking over somebody and all that, bro, a conversation goes two ways. And you can figure out a lot of things in a conversation if you just listen. Like sometimes you don't even have to ask the question. If you talk to the person long enough and listen to what they have to say, they'll answer the question before you even ask it because you know what I'm saying? You're letting the conversation flow. You see what I mean? But some people they just be like, but anyway.
I'm finna make sure y'all hold y'all energy and y'all keeping it best in your end when I say what I'm finna say. I'm finna hold y'all. Y'all gotta keep that same energy I'm finna say. So we not
Yes
supposed
or
to
no?
fuck with no rats, are we?
Getting it off. You're not getting it off. Yes or no? Yes or
Oh,
no?
you don't want to hear the real shit, huh? You narrative pushing.
You asked me a question. I said yes.
So okay, so let me finish the question.
Yes
So
or
if
no?
that's so this is why y'all got people with like
Is
a
it yes or no?
money,
You're not
money,
getting it off.
money,
I'm gonna big
money,
fight the shit out of you, nigga. You're not getting it off. I'm telling you, I want to hear yes or no from you. You're not gonna
Hey,
come
bro,
on here.
I know, I'm not gonna push a lie, bro. Y'all can push a lie. I'm not gonna push a lie.
Snitching on here. He just said that somebody killed somebody on my live. You talking about you don't know if it's real. Nigga, this is my show, and I'm showing you on my show, nigga.
No, you got paperwork, though, bro. So that's the difference.
I remember it. I did it. The guy that did it on there is in the comments. Yes or fucking no.
Okay, so now this is why I say all this shit is weird to me with y'all internet situations. Look.
You guys are seeing just how hard it is to get this guy Benji to speak against the informant who handles him. This is what being compromised looks like. He's doing the exact same thing that the Crip Cop does. Whenever he's asked about Porky Ratton,
We all just watched Conquer Rick Rock get on Wack Show today. So why did Conquer Rick Rock get on Wack Show today if Wack was talking about some real snitching towards Conquer Rick Rock?
No. Yeah. If you don't want to,
What the fuck are you making out some noise? Pull up paperwork up. Let's run this gangster shit. Y'all want to keep it street, nigga? Pull it up. Let's go.
now this guy Benji is screaming for somebody to put the paperwork up. Why do we need paperwork when we just heard what Porky said? Keep it a Benji, and Chunky Cheeseburger Chucky cannot be trusted. Benji and Chunky Cheeseburger Chucky cannot be trusted.
Fuck this
Man,
nigga.
this-
Y'all
what do you mean
just
paperwork?
put some snippets, nigga. Run
This is paperwork. Nigga, this is paperwork right here. Nigga, he's telling it in public. What do you mean paperwork?
we don't need that.
Nigga, you hold on, man, hold on. You use paperwork. You use paperwork when you use paperwork when you're not sure. When you're not sure about somebody snitching. He's talking online.
Come on, bruh.
Paperwork is
Easy to mean. Goddamn, nigga. Stop it, nigga. This
you
is
use
crazy.
paperwork.
I don't know what you would get on here and disrespect somebody and call somebody out their name for, because I'm not as direct talking to you about nothing or disrespecting you. So at the end of the day, whatever problem you got with Wack or whatever things is, cut me out of it. That's all I'm saying. They saying that they can find the nigga.
He's in jail, but he's in jail, but he's talking on the chat right now.
He's in jail, bro. That's what I'm telling you. Awkward. Don't worry about it. Just let's let that part of it go.
Okay, if he's in jail, that's even wrong. That's even worse.
Awkward. Listen to me. I don't want to speak about that. Understand just understand what I'm telling you. Are you looking at me? Let's not talk about that. It is my understanding that he is. Let's not talk about why he can do whatever maybe because to think about that. Are you hearing me? You hear me?
I hear you.
So let's not even go into that. It's my understanding he is locked up. Let's move on.
I think you did though, man. All I'm saying is that we don't know if that's the crime that they saying.
Hey, Victor, can I get a yes or no out of you? Is that snitching or not? Yes or no? You niggas is about to make me turn up on you niggas. Hey, yes or no, brother? Didn't we get a yes and didn't we? I want yes.
Niggas want to save face because they're going to have to be in front of WAC 100 again. That's what it is.
Nigga, I'm not afraid of no nigga on this panel or no nigga that got any gangster shit about themselves. Nigga, you niggas got me on y'all face and shit. Tell these niggas on the internet. Nigga, all y'all gotta do is act shit the right way. Nigga, I'm not a nigga on here.
Man, these niggas.
Allegations on him.
Everybody in the comments is saying yes. You got everybody else in here. You got motherfuckers that don't even fucking in here. Yes, money. Look at these niggas is scared to say it. That's why I'm telling you to say that shit, nigga. Stop acting like you don't hear me asking the question.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
If you get dude to come up there and you say that's not the case that he's in jail for, bro, I'm gonna give you your answer, bro.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter if that's what he in jail for.
Snitching. Nigga, hey, bro, if y'all want to know, if you didn't have your chick connected, I would get your ass out of here. Listen.
Your homie in jail for murder, but you say like, yeah, my homie in jail for murder. You kill two niggas over there on Park Street. Bro, what the fuck is you talking about? That's what the fuck he did. That's what he in jail for. Even if he fighting for a nigga, he's already convicted of it.
Hours into the live stream, Cheeseburger Chuck is still saying that Diamond was convicted for murdering a woman.
All I'm saying is tell you to come up there and say that ain't what you was in jail for.
Even if that's what he in jail for. Even if that's what he in jail for.
Bro, you sound crazy, bro.
Even if that's what he in jail for.
Y'all niggas really sounding crazy on here. Hey, that shit is crazy as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all really on here sounding crazy. I know niggas is like, this shit is crazy. Like,
hey, look.
This shit ain't nothing but an internet live chat, bro. This shit is nothing.
Yeah, we get. Time's out.
It's all over. That shit is crazy.
Hey, look. Even if that's
Every nigga on this panel gonna do something to whack if they ever seen him, bro. This shit is crazy to me.
Anything, bro. What are you
Look.
doing?
You don't hear the rest of all y'all got on the panel and the nigga that y'all ain't gonna do shit to?
Is Keep It a Benji gonna do something to Big U when he runs into him? He's on here calling him rats. He keeps bringing up SKG every chance he gets. So is he gonna do the same shit he's telling the people on the panel to do?
It's passion, bro. It's just passion. That's all it is.
Nigga, it ain't no passion because I was beginnings. Have you ever slapped a snitch nigga in his mouth?
No, hell no. Because I don't deal with
So quit getting on here with your hate against whack, acting like you anti-ratting, bro. Just like
No, I ain't say
not all the dudes
No,
in the
no,
chat,
no, no,
but you
no,
know
no,
certain
no,
dudes in the
no.
chat, they ain't even. When the last time we see some of these dudes in the inner city hanging with real members, bro? Half these dudes co-hosters on their panels be snitches and niggas. They don't know that
Capping
shit.
like a
It's
motherfucker.
because niggas be in that city, niggas don't want to do homework. Like, nigga, I know a lot, bro. I get on here and get to putting it out there. So niggas get these shots and niggas get to popping a lot of shit. And it's like, wait a minute, let's just not start putting out
Put it out there.
co-hosters and
Put
all
it
that.
out there, nigga.
Nigga, don't talk about it.
Put it
do
out
it,
there.
nigga.
Put it out
Don't
there,
save
nigga.
these niggas. They ain't saving you because you
Put it
up
out
here.
there,
What are you
nigga.
talking about, nigga? Ain't nobody doing no harm. Nigga, ain't no saving. What you talking about, nigga?
Nigga, I'm talking about you about to save
Yeah, you sound like you was feeling something, nigga. You got something you hiding?
Nobody. Put that shit out here if you got it, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all can't make me to do shit. And that's where y'all be mad at niggas because y'all want niggas to push y'all agenda.
Yes, money, that nigga just snitched on your show. And you not keeping it a bit.
Not keeping it a pin.
Chevy Trucks. More dependability awards for trucks.
Snitched
I ain't
on
got
your
premium,
show.
my bad, though.
And you not keeping it a Benji. What are you talking about, bruh?
So, Money, let me ask you a question, Money.
Now you talking about if niggas is real members and outside and gang banging and all that shit. We talking about is Whack 100 a snitch or not?
Nigga, what's he okay, was right right nigga when you was fucking with him, Money?
What are you
Was he
talking
a rat
about?
when you was fucking with him, Money?
Yes. If I
So, what
heard
does that make
that,
you, Money?
he didn't make
How
that.
what does that cause you?
Fucking 2 months old, nigga. I wasn't working on Whack 100 2 months ago, nigga. You know that. That clip is from 2 fucking months ago, nigga. And we're talking about a specific situation where he gets on here and snitches on a nigga about a murder. And you act like you can do what you don't know what the fuck that means.
Oh man, y'all funny, man. That's crazy to me.
You know, what's crazy is your name is Keep It a Benji, and you don't know how to keep it a bitch.
Damn.
That's what's crazy.
No, I ain't crazy. Y'all just not really seeing shit clear vision.
Is it snitching or not?
How your name keep it a Benji and your name keeping it a Benji?
You can't even answer it, nigga. You're not keeping it a Benji. I don't respect it. What are you talking about?
But that CS2 back shit out there before you use around, man.
What does that mean?
Thank you, Big Chuck. Thank you, Big Chuck.
Hey, sir, I'm about to goddamn, y'all about to irritate the fuck out of me because neither one of you niggas can answer the question. And both of y'all looking like y'all goddamn working for whack right now. And both of y'all looking like y'all goddamn working for whack right now. And both of y'all looking like y'all goddamn working for whack right now. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, I told you, I answered the question if you get that nigga diamond.
We don't need to have no special conditions for you to say if a nigga got in front of your face. You niggas sound crazy as hell. You niggas sound crazy as fuck.
That ain't snitching, bro.
Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Diamond Blue.
That's
Hey, Diamond, what's up, brother? I'm a little turned up. Let me bring it down.
The worst mistake that Chuck made was saying that if Diamond Blue comes up there and says Porky lied then, he would give us his answer. Now Diamond is on the panel. Let's see what Chuck's answer is after Diamond leaves.
Did you not just hear Whack 100 accuse you of unalivement on a lie?
Okay, let me clear something up for you real quick. I came on your thing when Chuck had Whack up there. Okay? When I started exposing his prison record, the fact that he been lying about it, he immediately made a lie up on the spot and said, oh, that's why that woman in the picture with you, you lined her up to get unalive. That woman died of heart failure, bro. That woman wasn't even killed.
Damn.
Died of heart failure.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying?
Now, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, listen to me. Just let me say let me say.
That's crazy. They said that. Damn, whack ass, bro. Damn.
No peace.
Go ahead.
And because she got kids and her kids asked me respectfully not to, you know what I'm saying, let these dudes play with her death on these platforms and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna respect the kids and I'm gonna just say what I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying? He made that lie up on these lies up in order to get his point across. He came home. We exposed his prison record. I sent you those official documents. And I'm quite sure you done verified and know for a fact that that's his shit. You know what I'm saying? He got mad at that. So what's the quickest and easiest way to, let me accuse him of a murder. That wasn't even a murder. But he don't even know the facts of her death. All he know is he see pictures, you know what I'm saying, of her visiting me in prison and all of that. So he immediately go to a lie. You see what I'm saying? I just wasn't gonna come up here because dude keeping a Benji, as you can see, he's one of Wax agents. He's working for that dude. And I'm not gonna sit up here and argue with a nigga on some idiot shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's what that was. That's what the situation was. That nigga made up that lie on the spot, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to hit me, you know what I'm saying, later on, I'll show you. The woman died of heart failure, bro. You know what I'm saying? But because I am in here for some murders, you see what I'm saying, that I didn't commit, but see, I have proof out there. That bitch nigga know what time it was, you know what I'm saying? I chose not to be a rat. I chose not to tell those niggas. And I took the hit for it. But I'm
drop your full name in the chat so we can run.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear you from you, bro. Hey, I can look. Okay. Yeah. So like I said, as long as I can look myself in the mirror in the morning and feel good about my life, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm cool with it.
At the end of the day, all this weird shit that these niggas doing, man, that shit is nothing but weird shit. And if you want to know if it's snitching, it's beyond snitching. It's lie snitching. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you making up some shit. But niggas do that.
That's what Loose Cannon did. Loose Cannon made up some shit. And I don't know, Loose Cannon made up some shit and not everybody locked up. Big U, All them folk locked up. Bear Claw, all of them locked up.
When they get exposed.
And that's almost worth the snitching.
Yeah, that's what the niggas do when they get when niggas get exposed. But I'm gonna go ahead and lean back, bro. I'm watching your show though. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all have y'all flow, bro.
I appreciate you, sir.
Hold on, y'all. I ain't got premium. Give me a second.
This is Buick. Now. Buick.
Let y'all have y'all flow, bro.
I appreciate you, sir.
Please. All right, money.
All right. Now, Benji, go on here because I ain't trying to step on you.
Hey, if y'all want to bring up a topic, we can talk about something too while the video going on.
Do a little picture, and I think we chased this dude off the Dopest live stream maybe like a month or two ago. He's on here, Dick Ryan, Big U, not keeping it a Benji.
You see that Benji is open about his hatred for Big U.
And all these dudes be on here, Dick Right, bro. Only person who kept it real on here so far is the Opposite Beginnings dude because he called everybody a rat. And I was respectful to this, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't called nobody a rat. But he said Big U and Whack is a rat. So to me, he the only dude on this whole shit and the chat in the panel keeping it all the way real, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, everything is about real. Because you're implying that everybody on this panel, which money is included in this panel.
Yeah, because money, you sitting in here pushing narratives about certain shit, bro, that you once was a
No. Let's not talk in general. Let's talk specifically. What am I doing?
You trying to get somebody to push a narrative against somebody and call them a snitch without knowing any information. No, we can listen.
Hey, hold on, y'all. One second.
Hold on. The any information shit, I will say, that's some cap, bro. Fuck the any information, nigga. We got information, bro. That's why they got this channel. They got information, bro.
Benji and money, chill out. All right. Now, this is not necessarily calling nobody a rat, right? This is okay. He played, and he said, "Now is this ratting?" From what I see from the footage, that's ratting.
Exactly.
I'm not saying. Listen, leave him alone.
Go ahead.
Now, whatever that man did, whatever that man do on his free time, that's on him. But the picture that he painted for us, nigga, that picture should tell me that you're a rat.
He never even gave us a yes or a no, so we know that he's all bull. That's what's so crazy. You been up there, Benji and Chuck. Let me not just call up. You said yes. You said yes. It is telling your boss is a snitch. That's what I heard. Okay.
This is newly released video.
Caught on camera, a team of heartbeats.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. And today, we're watching Porky do what he does best, run from his own words. All of a sudden, he doesn't want to be Lucy's handler anymore. DJ Academics Porky and Porky fashion tried to wiggle out. He told Academics that he was not Lucy's handler. If Academics watched the video, then Academics heard Porky say that he was Lucy's handler. Not only did he hear Porky make that statement, but he also heard Lucy make that statement. This is Porky's pattern. Caught in a lie, deny the lie, rewrite the lie, play the victim. And now he's taking it even further, saying Lucy infiltrated him to drag him into crimes that Lucy was committing. He went from I'm his handler to he tricked me. It's ridiculous. Because if we don't keep pressing play on the truth, the lie becomes the new reality.
He started to come with the fuck the white campaign. He went. He don't know who he thinking his people ain't his people.
Why? You think he's working with the FBI, the ATF?
Oh, that's a fact. I'm telling you this straight up.
Which one? FBI, ATF, DEA, or maybe it's Homeland Security?
He's working with the police. Tell that nigga this. I bet this, because my drive is coming. And when they get here, it's over with. That's the kind of handler. Molly Mall told me. Why? When it was around me, and I was fighting my Fed case, he FaceTime a Fed and said, Molly, this is the dude I'm fucking with the Fed. Give him something.
Wait a minute, who do you think is his handler? Who's his handler?
Well, I mean, I can't tell you who the fuck his handler is. No, he got a federal handler. Well, I mean, I can't tell you who the fuck his handler is. No, he got a federal handler.
I was watching some, I don't even know, you ever hear this pretty scandalous book, whatever that? They were trying to say you was handle.
Yes, I said Porky was his handler. And I said it because Porky himself said it. Luce said it too. This isn't speculation. This isn't gossip. They both confirmed it. With their own words. And I know many of you have already seen the clips. But we're going to play them again. Because we've got new subscribers tuning in every day who might not know the full story. Academics, you've got to start holding CS2 back accountable. Stop giving him a pass. Tell him to own what he said, because he did say it. But I already know what the response will be. Oh, we're just playing around online. It's just entertainment.
They were trying to say you was handle.
Come on, that don't even make sense. Come on, man, talk to me right, bro. I'm just handling the fuck out of it.
What he said?
We don't have a handler. Stop it, man. You know I got a handler?
He just told DJ Academics, I don't know who his handler is. Now he's saying, oh, I'm his handler. Wow.
Hey, my handler tried to throw. I got a handler. We all got handlers, Chuck. We all have a handler. Stop it, man. You know I got a handler? I'm loose. Hey, my handler tried to throw. I got a handler. I handler your Chuck. I mean, 6 months ago, 6 months ago, my handler, you ain't noticed, I done bagged up off the app about 50%. Yeah. Cause my handler said, whack. Contract about to close, time to go shut that down. My handler told me that. Who your handler are? See, a handler ain't gotta be. Hey, that's the real Benny or that's somebody told me? What? That's Benny. I'm saying my elbow. Oh, Benny, I told Benny to pull up. Listen, a handler don't gotta be like, you know, don't be afraid, man. You know, like who? Man, if I wasn't in this crazy here, this would have been on some other. Man, I do be on the others. You just be stopping. Man, I do be on the others. You just be stopping. Man, I do be on the others. You just be stopping.
That sounds like a handler.
That you are listening to because you respect them and you know they got your best interest at heart. Dior has Kevin's best interest at heart, right? I got Lou's best interest at heart. Bro. I'm just handling the fuck out of it.
Yo, there is some conspiracy page, like they talk with a fake voice, and I was listening to them like,
I don't do conspiracies, bro. I don't do the aliens.
So you just heard it for yourself. Wack trying to rewrite history once again. Now he's claiming he wasn't Lucy's handler. And according to him, DJ Academics is crazy for even asking that question. Porky is Lucy's handler, and everybody knows that. It's not a theory. Both of them admitted it. They've said it on record multiple times. And if you still had doubts, just look at what happened last year. Lucy didn't even show up to his own hood day because his handler, CS2 Back, told him not to go.
Wack, give everybody your observation. Dude, because Wack called it. earlier, hours before that. Right? Tell everybody what you told me.
I ain't got premium, my bad.
The new wiretap is IG Live. If you're cooperating and you're working with them, that phone, that person's phone, can be utilized as a way for probably.
So we don't know if it's true or not, but hey, y'all use the IG Live. Be careful what y'all do on IG Live. He might be telling the truth about that because he lies so much. I don't know what to believe or what's a lie, but I mean, I'm pretty sure the police can get in all this stuff.
Calls because he's documented, no different than I go on the wiretap and they listening outside, they listening, they come in, right? So I told Luce, I said, Luce, dude gonna fuck around and be somewhere. Y'all know the rules. Nigga ain't supposed to go live in these situations because your enemy trying to find where y'all at because it's easy. It's a crowd of niggas. All you gotta do is get out and get some police trying to find out all that. If the nigga get over there, he gonna fake like he don't know nobody. And he gonna turn that phone on and his spot gonna get hot. Stay your ass in the house. Stay your ass in the house. Stay your ass in the house.
This right here proves Porky knew Lucy wasn't really from 60s. I mean, think about it. Imagine telling a real Rollins 60s member he can't go to his own hood day. That alone tells you everything you need to know. But that's not even the craziest part. The real point is how hard Porky was protecting him back then. This is the same CS2 back who went out of his way to appear on Demon Times podcast, just to explain why Lucy didn't show up to his hood day. Porky already knew Lucy wasn't from 60s, and he was trying to control the damage. Now fast forward to today, Porky is now
So they said Loose Cannon ain't from Rolling 60s. Wow.
Saying that Lucy has had a federal handler all along. Back then, Porky was doing everything he could to defend him. But today, he's acting like Lucy was an undercover liability the whole time. But we all know that Porky knew he was protecting someone that had federal ties. What Porky did not know, however, is that the guy he's been protecting would actually be working to get him locked up. But this ain't new. If you've been paying attention, this is how these guys move. They've had informants in their circle for years, just like G-Face, 6ix9ine, and so many others. So ask yourself, why does Porky keep conveniently aligning himself with federal informants? And how does that keep happening?
You got a kid on the way, stay in the house. I told you that. I told you that. I told you that.
Told me that. And what did I tell you? I said, me and the homies just, we have a hood day at my house, so we just programming, right?
I said, Luke, unless you want to roll the dice on being a bitch ass the way I was, my son's first 5.5 years of his life, because I was in the penitentiary.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Stay your ass in the house, man. Stay your ass in the house, man. Stay your ass in the house, man. Because I'm telling you, all these is caught up on who is exposing them. They're not really paying attention to what's being exposed. So they let him in. It's a wolf in the hen house.
And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna stay in the house. I'm gonna stay in the house. I'm gonna stay in the house. But then Wack called me this morning. He was like, yeah, I know you're hard-headed ass. Then stay in the house. And I was telling them what happened. I'm like, then they just hit the homies. You know what I'm saying? We was outside when this happened. Wack gets the video and everything like that. And it's just crazy because it's like nobody does this shit. Nobody in life goes live on Hood Day.
That's not leadership. That's control. What a handler does. And these are are the games they play. Gaslight the audience, discredit the source, and pretend the truth was never said out loud. But you heard it. I didn't make it up. They said it. On tape, on Clubhouse, in public. Now let's fast forward to what Wax says on Vlad TV. Now he's claiming Lucy, the same guy he co-signed, endorsed, and backed up, lie after lie, was actually planted around him. Planted, just to drag him into the crimes that he was committing. So, let's get this straight. First, he was the co-signer. Then, he was the handler. Now, he's the victim of a setup. You see how the story keeps changing? That's what happens when you're trying to outrun the truth.
What's going on with you and Loose Cannon right now?
Goddamn commercial.
I like that short and sweet. What's going on with you and Loose Cannon right now? I've heard some interesting stories.
Well, I mean, you got a lot of these guys, man, that they come into this game and playing the game. And I'm one of those guys that's been around. I've been around for a minute. And people that know me, it's funny because he said it before. He said, man, you know what's dangerous about you? Something could be going on and you won't even be able to tell if you know what's going on. So, you know, when you know certain things are going on, you test certain people, you know, that's just like if you was to tell your editor, right, hey, tell my security guard, you got somebody that'll buy all the equipment, right? Tell him, right, leave the door unlocked, our guys will come in and get it, and then we'll cut the money up, right? You're telling your editor to tell your security guard this, right? If the security guard never says nothing to you, and you come back at 8 o'clock at night, right, and see the doors open, right? At that point in time, you know, the security guard is not with you.
Yeah.
Now, some people will react, text, fire them, I don't want to see you again. You know what I'm the type of guy to do? Hey, tell the editor, yo, it went by here, but it was some people in the parking lot. They gonna do it another time. And I'm gonna keep you right where I can see you. And I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna give you a raise. Pat on the back. I'm gonna do all that. But what you do know is he's not with you now. The security guard calls you, hey Vlad, what up, bro? Hey, look, bro, the editor got me talking about some wild stuff about this. Now you know he's with you, right? So I'll feed a person something to see what happens. And that had long been happening. So as he's running around and doing what the things he thinks he's doing, I really believe that his mission was to come in, infiltrate. I think he can utilize them for our resources.
You talking about Loose Cannon?
Yeah, try to include myself in some things that he initiates.
This the dude said he was Loose Cannon's, he agreed to Loose Cannon to be the godfather to his baby, and that's how he talking about it right now.
And some things that he initiates.
Looks like Porky's doing everything in his power to separate himself from Lucy, and that no jumper beating. Now he's sitting down with Vlad, the same Vlad he once told us was the feds. Porky is sitting in front of the very person he accused of being federal. And now he's giving him the...
So, they're saying that, you know, your boy, Wag, he said Vlad was the feds. And now he's sitting on Vlad comfortably.
Full fake rundown to distance himself from the situation. This isn't about clearing the air. It's about clearing his name. And he's doing it with the same outlet he once told us to stay away from.
And some things that he initiates, so then that backlash falls back on me and get myself out the way. But what he didn't know is Like, he should have known the day of the no jumper stuff. He should have known. I don't know why his light didn't go on.
Aren't you guys tired of Porky playing the role of some so-called wise man? Like he's the West Coast war strategist or something. Like every move he makes has some deep, subliminal meaning behind it. Just look at that sit-down with Adam 22, talking about being surrounded in the parking lot. Like he had some covert military operation going on. He said he was talking in code, and that they were ambushed. He talks with his hands. If I say it in twos, I'm shooting in threes. Whatever crap he was saying.
If I got my blower and you 20 deep with hoodies and I'm by myself, right? No begging to please. That's when you really do it, right? What do you think my mentality was? For a dude not to approach me and you come to get me. And I jump out my car talking. What kind of conversation you think I'm having to make a dude say don't nobody move?
I agree with you.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that, bro. I believe you seen the folk and you were like, damn! That's what I believe. I believe that's what happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? I believe you seen the folk and was like, damn! That nigga about a black joint, I had that bitch. But anyway, let's keep going.
Oh, so here it goes, right? I'm here. All of this is a parking lot, right? I'm here. They walk down. They walk right past my car. They didn't see me. When I seen them get here, I jumped out. Y'all looking for me? Right? They stopped. They back was to me. Y'all, I had everything I had, I could have dipped with everything in front of me. Now what they didn't know is I'm talking to my team. Big Unum is here. Big Unum is here. I'm here.
I'm here.
Third, who was here?
Take it out.
Hold on. Third, who in that parking lot in the front of these 20 Crips was 20 to 30 feet?
He lying, my nigga.
Listen. So listen.
He
check this
lying,
out.
dog.
So when I'm letting you know, there's no need to beg nothing. What did I tell that fool? My hope they still don't know to this day that all my homies was positioned.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Come on. Come on, commercial. Oh my God. Come on, bro.
All my homies was positioned 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock. They didn't even see them. I'm talking to my homies in code. I'm talking to my homies in code, letting them know which way I'm going to push them. I said, it ain't nothing 20 of y'all. I'm a down 3 of y'all. I just told him.
I'm a down 3.
Get off and free. I'm going to get off and free. Right? At that point, you know, get off and free.
That nigga say I'm gonna down 3 of y'all. What's up, man?
You see what I'm talking about?
What that
Porky
nigga?
is sitting there talking all this war strategy nonsense. Like he was orchestrating some high-level tactical response in that parking lot. But just look at trying to hightail it out of there.
That nigga say he had a 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock,
because the barricade
7
was
o'clock,
stopping him.
1 o'clock.
That's it. Not strategy. Not street
They was
chess.
about to clean your clock
Just
out
stuck.
there.
He said his team was in the lot at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Whatever Cody said, then Porky was trying to get the hell out of there. He wasn't in a parking spot. He was trying to leave the entire venue. And if what Porky's saying is true, that his team was still in that parking lot, then the footage makes it even worse.
Dang.
Because you can clearly see Porky was trying to leave them behind and save himself. No strategy, no leadership, just self-preservation. That's not a general. That's a getaway driver.
Run it out. These dudes right now to this day had no idea that they was ambushed. He should have known that day. Because I did something that day that should have told him what you doing is not gonna work. See, he was trying to, I guess what it looks like, bait people in. But when he called one of the guys, right, you know what the guys told me? Wack called me and canceled. Right? Now, I never told Loose Cannon I called the guy and canceled because you're not supposed to be up there anyway. So that would have been, you know, because that's really what that would have been my thing. I canceled such and such because I didn't need him up there. Why are you worried about who I'm canceling? You weren't supposed to be up there. You come up there bringing some fake Christmas gifts to Adam, right? That's cool. But what he should have known is the minute he started doing what he's doing, it was the brawl. Yeah. And I walked away. Nah, brother, you're not pulling me into that. You're not pulling my team into that. Well, you know what I'm saying? He should have known then.
Hold on, y'all. We'll go to something else. Hold on.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. This guy CS2 back can't leave well enough alone, y'all. He went on Clubhouse yesterday and decided to lie about being CS2 back again. As usual, whenever Porky tries to defend him, he only ends up telling on himself. If my memory serves me correctly, CS2 is supposed to be suing World Star and Mark Stevens. Funny because we haven't heard a word about those lawsuits since the day Porky mentioned them.
Yeah, motherfucker. Motherfucker like funny that when you come on the bandwagon. Yeah, me too.
Me too moving. Like,
Me too.
When they accusing you of we know you're not a rapper, they want to listen to the lie. Oh, he rapped this.
I don't, but see, that's what I'm saying. I don't even take it because I know it ain't real. So, anytime, see, when I expose that it was a rap, it just takes me about 5 the time it takes me to read it. I don't have to convince nobody because it's right there. They've been trying to convince for 2-3 years because they ain't got no paperwork. They got my name on it that says me and say I got it. They even told me I've been arrested. And I got arrested with the Main Street. I ain't for no motherfucking Main Street. So they changed your whole name. So they made that up. They added that ticket. They added it in there. So they made that up. They added that ticket. They added it in there.
So Porky just admitted that the wiretap transcripts were not made up. His only accusation is that someone added the name back to it. Funny because when Britt confronted Porky about the work, Porky was throwing the back name around without a care in the world. Never ever did he say the paperwork was fake, or that the name back was added to it. He only said that his moniker Wack was not in the paperwork, and we all know that's a lie.
Hey bro, I'm just saying, you put that on 6-0, that the name back. And then it says Wack. Then it says Wack in the same time. No it don't. No it don't. No it don't. You put that on 6-0. That the name back. And then it says Wack. Then it says Wack in the same time. No it don't. No it don't. No it don't.
You guys heard Porky admit that this paperwork was not made up. He only accused us of adding back to the paperwork. Enough time has passed since these got the CS2 back paperwork. And everybody has had more than enough time to see Cash Jones's moniker, Wack, in the paperwork. As of today, Porky hasn't accused anyone of falsely putting his real name in the paperwork. And he already told us this paperwork was not made up. So the next time you run into Porky, ask him this. Why is your name Whack in this wiretap transcript? And why did you and your pet, pedophile beast, lie to everybody on Clubhouse and say that the paperwork did not have the name Whack?
Whack and back sound a whole lot alike. Whack and back sound a whole lot alike. Just saying. I mean,
In it. Remember, guys, this is what he was telling me before we spoke to Greg Katie. After we put the discussion we had with Greg online, Porky to save work and added some back shit.
He just went and created some fake work and added some back shit. You don't see that, he's a boss, so I'm done talking about that. He just went and created some fake work and added some back shit. You don't see that, he's a boss, so I'm done talking about that.
Yes, it do.
No, it don't.
You said
No, it
I
don't.
wasn't with the Whack.
Who ain't fucking with Whack? Who ain't fucking with Whack? Who ain't fucking with Whack? What are you talking about? That's what Dale Dog said. That's what Dale Dog said. That's what Dale Dog said.
So again, there goes Porky telling on himself. Del Dog did say he ain't fucking with Whack. And that's exactly what the transcripts say Del Dog said about the mystery man CS2 back.
That's what Dale Dog said.
Listen, guys, I have to make sure that you fully understand what Porky just did. Brick told him that his moniker Whack was in the paperwork. Porky the Pyru and the trailer park pedophile beast both responded together, in unison saying, "No, it don't." Brick then responded by saying, "The paperwork said, I ain't fucking with Whack boy," roughly paraphrasing what Mark Stevens said in the transcripts. Then CS2 back replied by asking the question, "Who ain't fucking with Whack?" Before Brick could respond, he makes another statement, screaming out, "That's what Del Dog said." So Porky just admitted that in the paperwork that he and Brick are discussing, Del Dog is recorded as saying that he's not fucking with Whack. He just admitted that Del Dog was talking about him in the paperwork. Hey Porky, here's a question for you. How did you know this wiretapped conversation Mark Stevens and Del Dog were having was about you? What did you see or read that brought you to this conclusion? And since you've admitted that it is you that they are speaking of, explain to me why the paperwork is saying that Mark Stevens is calling you back instead of Whack.
It sounds
The police said
similar.
a low level,
CS2
it said a low
This man
level.
Whack one.
Back, promise you he won't take. I got 100 racks for anyone who can show me where the paperwork says that CS2 was a drug dealer. Not CS3, not CI2. Show me where it says CS2 was a low-level drug dealer. Ask yourself, why is Porky lying about CS2's role in this? Why is he lying and saying the paperwork says something that it does not? Just another one of Whack's deflections. And Reggie Wright is right there to shield his creation.
I don't sell weed. Now watch this though. Look, hey, where the work? Hey, wait, look, man, hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen, bro.
Your name's Whack. I don't really
It said
Whack
back.
like that.
Put their own shit in there. But this is what's retarded. If you gonna add something, why wouldn't you just put my real name? If you gonna add some shit and you wanna make it believable, just put my real name. Why the fuck would you put something in there and say it sounds like your real name? Like, this is crazy. The dude said, actually, we got some clips.
He said, I went and pulled the paperwork myself. Same docket number right here.
You guys, it's just so funny. In the paperwork, Mark Stevens asked Del Dog what should he tell Back, because Back had been blowing his phone up, trying to get Dog's phone number. Del Dog responds to Mark Stevens by telling him that he was cool on Back, and he didn't want him to have his phone number. Porky the Pyru read that in the paperwork, then admitted to all of us that Del Dog was talking about him when he told Mark Stevens he didn't want Back to have his phone number.
Damn,
now he's on Clubhouse,
saying
somebody added the name Back. What he isn't saying, though, is that the conversation being had between Mark Stevens and Del Dog is fake, or that the conversation they're having is not about him. So Porky's only discrepancy is that somebody wrongfully placed the name back into the paperwork. I must admit, he's absolutely correct about that. The feds put the name back.
So, hey, check it out. Hold on.
But we all know it should say Whack.
But okay, so yeah, check it out. So I ain't got no problem with Whack 100. I'm just reacting to these videos and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, you know, they calling out certain things and I'm just, you know, basically reacting to it. That's it. So I don't know why y'all coming up under here talking about y'all with Whack 100 and all that. That's cool. That's cool, but I don't even know this man. I ain't got nothing against him. I'm just reacting to a video. So, hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm reacting to a video. I don't know nobody in this shit. I do what they call that? YouTube content. You know what I'm saying? I talk about everything. It's on my channel. It say bringing views to the table. So hey, it is what it is. Hold on, baby. Hold on.
Porky himself and Officer Greg Kading admitted to Del Dog were talking about Cash Jones 100. Everybody that Mark Stevens and Del Dog were talking about Cash Jones Whack 100.
There is no fucking clause in there where the CS2 back mentioned. You added that to your paperwork. So, you know what I need to do? I need to let Reek and the Baltimore dude just come do a paperwork party on Whack. Just run all they want.
Well, if you do decide to do that, Porky, make sure you send this video to Reek and let him react to it on Clubhouse.
And then they got a clip of a police. This is another thing I don't like. You got the police, and I ain't never had no interaction with.
They think there's somebody from like the UK or no, but there's somebody that know these folks. Most scandalous Los Angeles TV, there's somebody that know them, bro, because they're able to pick out and point and tell everything that, you know, basically that they saying about these folks. Like they're able to do this shit.
He said, yeah, I think we arrested Cash Jones.
You guys, this isn't rocket science. This isn't E equals MC square. This is ABC 1 to 2, 3. Very simple and easy to see. If a person lies about everything surrounding a situation, it's because they're guilty. He just purposely and conveniently lied and said the detective said he thinks they arrested Cash Jones. The officer didn't say one word.
In reality, this is a task force with a lot of different agencies that all work together to get this done. Can you speak a little bit about that? If Greg's credibility hurts the findings of the entire task force?
Meaning Greg
Or
Cade,
not?
dirty cop.
This guy.
No, he's
Well, first of all, there were no arrests made other than Cash Jones. There were no arrests made other than Cash Jones. Cash Jones. Cash Jones.
Now, did you guys hear this man say anything about the word think? This is former Los Angeles detective Michael Coet, the same guy that Shug requested be present when he turned himself in for the murder of Terry Carter. He just said that out of Greg Kading's whole task force, they arrested only one person, and that person was Cash Jones. The detective didn't say that person was Cash Jones. The detective didn't say he thought anything. He said there was only one person arrested. He knew exactly who that person was. Porky is not just lying. Greg. Porky interviewed Greg, and he told us that Porky was Big Back would put his fingers in the clubhouse. He introduced you as the lead investigator on the Stutterbox case. Is that true? Were you the lead investigator in that case?
No, that's not true. No, that's not true. Here's how that went. The guys that worked down in 77th Division, merely a couple of investigators, a guy named Christian and a guy named Mark, they wanted to do a Main Street Crip case. And when they were doing their Main Street Crip case, obviously we're already dealing with Fox on an unrelated thing. But now Fox is wrapped up in this whole dilemma with Del Dog. Sorry, for a separate larger federal type of case. Can you help us with experience to know how to go from a local investigation to a broader federal investigation? So they came to me and said, "Greg, can you help us?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely. You guys think you got a big case here? Let's do it." So I helped them initiate the case. I helped them get up on wiretap and, kind of helped oversee it.